Alright, deck tech with Obosh burn again. Let's try actually just a slight change. I feel like maybe trying to squeeze Bonecrusher Giant in here might not be a bad idea. Yes, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but I don't know. So like Wayward Beast Guide is good, but you know, it can just be a little bit lacking sometimes when we have a lot of mana. But you know what isn't lacking when we have a lot of mana? Bonecrusher. Admittedly, Wayward Guide Beast is great when we are lacking mana, but I don't know. I mean, Wayward Guide Beast did seem pretty good, but then again, Bonecrusher Giant has been pretty outstanding too. So I don't know. Let's try that out, and let's also do this. I feel like I'm a little bit soft to pro red creatures. The Blast Zone as a 4-of, I think it's just a little bit too slow, a little bit too unreliable. We could keep it around as a 2-of to deal with artifacts, enchantments. Eventually, Leyline of Sanctity if we really need to juice it up to 4. What else can that get rid of? Oh yeah, Hammer Time. I mean, only having 2 of these is obviously not as good as having 4, but still, 2 of these are enough to at least give us a fighting chance against Hammer Time, hopefully. Yeah, so let's see how this goes, shall we? Alright, match 1. Let's keep. Yeah, I mean, decent hand. The question is to attack in the Lightning Bolt or not. I'm thinking not, unless I draw another Goblin Guide or something, because we're going to both give an opportunity to draw land or an opportunity to filter whatever's on top of their library if they don't like it. Alright, now I'm kind of wishing that I had attacked last turn, but I don't know, it's still kind of unlikely. Maybe we get through with Goblin Guide at least. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Alrighty, so see if they have Basic Mountain. We know they got Lightning Bolt, and it just doesn't make sense to attack when they got Death. We can land a Obosh. This might represent a lot of damage. 8 damage from the Seal of Fires. Jumping up down to 6. Yeah, I think this is just better. I don't see myself wanting to attack anytime. Choices, choices, choices. We gotta make choices. And I think the choice is, I think we hold back. I wouldn't want to grow Death Shadow, and once we drop Obosh, that almost puts them at lethal. This is technically lethal. Should we go for it? Maybe. Alright, I guess I'm discarding I'm going to fire off another bolt because I don't want them to Kolaghan's command me in response. Well, okay, they didn't even have a counterspell. Okay, now we only have 2 blast zones to work with, but I still think that could be good. First place 2 mountains, 2 blast zones. Let's see, Relic of Progenitus. Yeah, maybe we replace Goblin Guide with Relic of Progenitus. Maybe we replace Monastery Swiftspear with Pyrite Spellbomb. I feel like I want Pyrite Spellbomb in here, but I'm not sure what to replace. Maybe Riftbolt. Riftbolt seems like it's very replaceable. Alrighty. Because Riftbolt Whereas Bolt, like, I have to time it so that I think I'm gonna go off the next turn. With all the other burn spells, I can just go off whenever I feel like. There's no doubt that Seal of Fire is super important in this matchup. I'll keep, because this matchup is just not about releasing a flurry of burn spells. Well, I think I'll hold up Bolt, just because I really don't want to get Ragadashed. Alright, I hope they don't have Spell Pierce, because I'm kind of inclined to get this out of my hand the sooner the better, because I don't want them to discard it. They got something. I wonder why they stopped playing I wonder why they stopped playing that Stubborn Denial. Well, alright, you got it, pal. That's odd. That was not my first choice. Just gotta get this out of my hand when I can. Also still want to hold it for Ragadash though. But I might run into trouble with double light up the stage next turn though, if I don't use them right now. Still think it's worth the risk. I'll probably lead on Pyrite Spellbomb next turn. That way I got 2 shots, but unfortunately I have to probably play it off Blast Zone just to make sure. I guess I will discard the Pyrite Spellbomb, but this might get, what do you call it, Sucks that I can't play both things out, but I clearly have to pump up the Blast Zone. Ready. I gotta hope they don't draw a fetch land, because that would pump these both up, but I have to deal with Kroxa. It's all because they had Spell Pierce when I thought they would have Stubborn Denial. So, to me, it seems a little stupid to play Spell Pierce, but maybe that's just me. It seems like Stubborn Denial would be the card of choice, but I still think this is probably where you want to be. Yeah, I'll keep. We have nothing else to play on turn 1, so might as well play that. And look at that. I'd love to play Lightning Bolt, but I think I just want to get this out of my hand while I can. Ooh. Might have drawn it a lot. Unless they hit, yeah. So I might be able to hit again with Ragavan. No, we definitely don't want to play Kroxa. Put it in their graveyard. want to tempt them to try to kill Swiftspear. We're going to try to play around Spell Pierce, that's for sure. Just because an instant is slightly better. Although, now that I think about it, maybe I should have just played Lightning Bolt and then played Bonecrusher. I'm gonna go. Alright, well, 8 life. Even if they deploy Death Shadow, I got a Lightning Bolt in hand, which is a fairly good position to be in, I think. Now the question is to put Obosh to hand, or maybe I will put Obosh to hand. No, but I want to fight back against Ragavan if they have it. But at the same time, putting Obosh to hand is very powerful. I'm going to go for it. Not the least of which is because now I'm threatening lethal. I'm sure they've got some type of answer, but it's a good place to at least be threatening lethal. Alright, let's see where this takes us. Maybe we should have sandbagged the Fiery Islet, because maybe they wouldn't have countered it. No, I don't know. Pretty sure they got Spell Pierce. I am going to try to attack for 4, because they have Spell Pierce. I guarantee it. There's no they know we've got Lightning Bolt. There's no way but they're still taking 4. Oh, okay. Maybe they don't. I thought for sure they had Spell Pierce. At least I am threatening lethal with both Obosh attacking and with Den of the Bugbear. What is that thing called? Unholy Heat plus Fatal Push would get them out of this jam. But if I rip another bolt, then that might just be that anyway. Yeah, this is fairly good, because this means that even if they have, well, yeah, maybe I should have just let on Skewer the Critics. One of these days, I'll remind myself that they always have everything. Still think we probably got this though. Maybe I should have cracked the Fiery Islet though, in response to them killing the Bugbear. So I feel like they've got to have something. Should we go for the Bugbear attack? The concern is if they yeah, the concern is if they you know what, let's just not be dumb about this anymore, and let's just do this. Okay, got concession lag, I think. Yeah, we should have just done this last turn, but, you know, thought we were clever. But yeah, I mean, I think Seal of Fire actually makes this matchup a lot better than it would be without. Alright, match 2 are on the play. Let's go lead off with Swiftspear most likely. We could also lead off with Rift Bolt, because that would enable us to maybe hit for 2 with Swiftspear before it dies. Might not actually be the worst thing ever. No, we'll just lead off with Swiftspear. The more possible damage, the better. Plus, we might draw like Ragavan or something. Yeah, and if it's this matchup, we just have to try to win as soon as. Here we go. That's why we did this. Because otherwise, Rift Bolt will be kind of awkward. Thankfully, I think Burn is one of the decks that has the best matchups with Tron, as long as we don't flood out. Some strange lag here. Doubt this is concession lag. Man, lots of lag. I wonder what's going on here. Ah, it's mono blue Tron. I may just want to deploy... No, I can't deploy Bonecrusher Giant because they'll just counter it. So I'll probably Stomp. Then Lava Spike? I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably lead on Stomp because I want them to counter that. I mean, there's a reason why they have an untapped blue sword. Maybe I will just, maybe I'll just not play anything, actually. Like, I could, but I'll at least get a boost, but then the next turn they might not be able to counter the Lava Spike, which would actually be pretty good. Yeah, maybe we do that. Because they also get to scry too. And if they repeal, I get to replay the creature that they repeal. Yeah, so there was a lot of benefits to doing it this way. And it's very important to be able to replay the 1-drop, because if they draw Chalice of the Void, we want to be able to have the 1-drops already out here and ready to go. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so probably Lava Spike. And we'll see what they do. And then I think, yeah, we suspend Rift Bolt. They'll be able to condescend anything, though. If, okay. Okay. Alright. Do this. Do this. So we might put them in a situation where they can't both condescend and play Wormcoil Engine. And that could be a problem. We'll see. Under normal circumstances, Chalice into Wormcoil would be almost unbeatable, but since we've got a suspended Riftbolt, they're going to have like Wormcoil, and even Remand doesn't do it, because then I could just recast it for 3. So they can't. I don't think they can both deploy Wormcoil and hold up counter magic. And since what's it called, Riftbolt is also going to give Swiftspear +1/+1. I think this puts us in a pretty good spot. All right, very good. So we definitely want Pillage. That much is for sure. And what else, if any, do we want? We might not need anything else. Pillage is good because it both keeps them off Tron and answers Chalice of the Void. But if they're on the play, they could play Chalice of the Void on turn 2 and then defend it with Condescend on turn 3. Yuck. Unless we play Ragavan turn 1, in which case we'll see. I guess we have to. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, don't play that many creatures, I think, to make that worthwhile. Hopefully I'll play the Leyline of the Void. I suppose I could play 2 Blast Zones just in case, but then if that slows me down, it's just going to be so My screen is frozen here. I'm not sure if y'all can see the game yet. If y'all can, my computer is not letting me access it. I doubt that the video capture software can somehow access a part of the game I can, but you never know. Okay, alright, well let's see. Yeah, I'll keep it. Having a 1-drop is one of the most important things in this matchup because it keeps them off balance and they don't have a lot of good answers. Repeal is one of their best, especially Repeal under Chalice, but yeah. If they drop Chalice, I may not want to light up the stage because I'm gonna... Okay, since I probably want to light up, Pillage next turn, I may have to double bolt. That will also be great against Chalice of the Void if they have. Mono Blue Tron definitely plays Chalice as one of its fixtures. Uh-oh, Spaghetti. It's not too bad, actually. I'm hitting Urza's power plant because I want them to have to tap their Urza tower, so they have one less mana available. And I'm going to go after Karn the Great Creator because if they get... I don't know what to say, just we have to deal with this. We can't let that get another artifact, it's just too devastating. I think we have to Bone Crush the Karn. Or I should say Stomp the Karn. It's actually not too bad, especially if we can hit with Bugbear. Alas. I think we have to Goblin Guide. If they draw a land, that's going to suck. Maybe we just light up the stage and dig for a land. The problem is if they tick... Yeah, so I'm gonna have to either kill them this turn or do something about Ujin. Yeah. Alright, I might just call it here. Yeah, natural Tron is just a little tough to beat. Yep. Well, it's got Ragavan, otherwise I probably wouldn't have kept, but Ragavan's just so... Mana acceleration helps get to Obosh too. No reason not to wait, because if I just dash another one, well, I guess no dashing for me, but I could have just dashed another one. Man, this was the risk. If they somehow deal with Ragavan, then if I flood, the hand sucks. And they have natural Tron. Jeez Louise. Could they just once not have natural Tron? Build mono red Tron if I was guaranteed to get Tron all the time. Build mono red Tron burn. Joke's on them. I just got all land, so that's not doing shit. Alrighty. Well, okay, if I... Okay, match 3, jeez. The last one, just basically we just flooded out. And they had natural Tron. Alright, I mean this hand seems keepable. It's got Ragavan. So let's see. Would have been so nice to draw Ragavan to punish playing Dismember on their turn last game, but nope. If this was if this Bonecrusher was Wayward Guide Beast, then we would have been able to deploy another 1-drop. So we shall see. Yeah, let's just do this, because I'm still worried that they got Chalice of the Void, so we have to... Plus this is just the most amount of damage. Let's see. Let's see... So they're not drawing lands off of this. But that Ice Fang Coatl was kind of brutal. I got a clean 2 from there. God, this is annoying. I think that's really greedy of them. Wayward Guide Beast is also great at shrugging off the Spreading Seas. I guess technically speaking they're at 10. we'll just play this because I don't think they have pro-red creatures. I don't think they have Chalice of the Void, so they've got so many 1-drops. So, Unholy Heat, Path Exile, all that stuff. Yeah, seems like a reasonable hand. I would consider, there's some consideration to waiting till turn 2 so we can get 1 more damage out of it, but I'll probably just want to stomp next turn anyway, so. Or maybe I want to double Lava Spike, actually, because the thing about double Lava Spike is that if they don't have Solitude, which seems like a big if, then I get 3 damage across, and then maybe I just play Bonecrusher next turn. Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. Alrighty. Kind of wish these were Wayward Guide Beasts here, because I would have been able to play more things. I want to stomp because that gives me the possibility, because it also turns off fetch lands, so, you know, even if they have Omnath next turn, I still think this is better. Alright, cool. Thankfully, the above average amount of creatures should hopefully offset if they have some kind of life gain, which I'm sure they will. Not bad. Now, I may not want to play out Ragavan because if they have Ren and 6, a Ren and 6 down tick is pretty brutal. Oh, maybe not. A Ren and 6 down tick actually. Yeah, because then I could just dash it, so maybe not. Just seems like a relatively good thing to get rid of Ren and 6. I have to imagine sometimes they get stuck on mana. I was hoping they were relying on that Ren and 6 for their mana. You never know, they still might be. Maybe we exiled a land on the top of their library, so maybe that's just going to make them a little more mana. I got a feeling they got Ice Fang Quaddle, but unfortunately I don't have any way to play around it, and this is kind of begging me to just use this anyway, so let's see. It's not a super bad next turn, unless they drop Omnath. Omnath with a fetch line. I'm going to try to bait out a Solitude, and then I'll Bone Crush it. Alright, well that was kind of annoying, but at least we'll just crack Fiery Islet, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll Goblin Guide again. Not bad. Annoying. I know I could play Skewer the Critics, but I just feel like I potentially gain more by waiting with Obosh. You just never know. Not bad. Yeah, pretty good actually, if I say so myself. Let's go for it. Let's see if this actually just finishes him off. Alrighty, I think we got it. Oh man. This is kind of what happens when you play an 80 card deck. If they were playing a 60 card deck, they would have a better chance of seeing Omnath. And, you know, when basically Omnath is the key. But, alright, anyway, let's go to the next, one. Alrighty, match 4. Well, let's try to hit our land drops with Light Up the Stage. We're on the play, so we'll see. I don't like taking damage with Fire Islet, but it is what it is. Let's see. Alright, now we know they got Unholy Heat, so maybe we don't attack next turn. I don't know. Okay, so if they... That's interesting. I think we burn this out of the way. I mean... I'm worried they've got another Ragavan, but we can't live in fear, can we? We have to do this. I guess we might as well get an attack in while we're at it. At the end of the day, we do have to actually try to win. Alright, Lava Spike into Skewer. Seems like a pretty good line to me. I feel like they've taken way more damage from Goblin Guy than they should have, but that's just... Okay, no Murktide. Murktide would have actually been a little bit of a race, but we'll see. They're going to have to lightning bolt themselves. Might as well do it on their turn. Alright, well, so we are going to turn on light up the stage either way, which is very nice. I think this is just a much more efficient use of my mana. I could try to Ragadash, but this way I can use all my mana next turn. Alright, I think we got it. Unless they have another basic island. If they fetch, yeah, alright. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, I think at the very least we do need to get some relic action going here. One of the only ways I think we lose is by getting shut out by Murktide. I don't like Lava Spike can be good, but maybe maybe these cards are kind of better. Now Pyrite Spellbomb is an interesting situation. I just think that these other cards are better. All right, let's go. Sealfire is just so good against Ragavan. And if we can land Obosh, it can deal 4. So, you know, there's that too. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit less aggressive than last hand, but maybe the Relic makes up. Alright, let's see. I think we have to start off with Sealfire, although I don't like the idea of Counterspell countering the Relic, but Ragavan could go nuts, though, too, and they could start backing it up, so... I'm just really... Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna play Relic, because if they counter this, that could just... Or maybe I just play out Swiftspear. If I play out Swiftspear, I just hold up Counterspell, they counter Relic, and then I'm just in a really tough spot. Oh, but maybe not, maybe because this gets +1/+1, maybe I... Yeah, you know what? Let's just play out Swiftspear, actually, and just not attack. Because they can't both Ragadash and burn this away, so I don't know, we'll see. And we're set up for a decent turn next turn, if they don't deal with it. A little bit concerned about spell period. Sometimes you just got a feeling, and the fact they didn't play anything definitely makes me feel like they got spell period. Should we go face, or should we go after the DRCs? I think let's go after the DRCs. I know normally Burn's supposed to go face, but these things are filtering machines, and, well, you know how it goes. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's see what they can do with the filtering. Alright, well, Relic of Progenitus into Seal of Fire time. So hopefully this makes it difficult for them to play Murktide, and taking 5 damage has got to be rough. But yeah, probably it is just the lesser two evils for them. Leading on these two, because on the off chance if they block one, maybe Ragavan gets through. We'll see. Okay, Archmage Charm, that's a little bit rough. Should we play Ragavan? Maybe not. We don't want them to steal our Ragavan. Okay, let's see what they do. Alright, so they might have Murktide. It could be a 6/6. We'll see. But then maybe I can. Okay, they want to go for the Ragadash. No, they don't have enough mana for Murktide. Counterspell or bust. They need to put land and they need to put a land in the graveyard to turn on Unholy Heat, which might not be the hardest thing to do, but we are burn decks, so they are at 10, so we don't want to get too. Yeah, here's the Murktide. Okay, maybe we're going to offer the trade with the Murktide. Let's see. If we hit the Ragavan, no, I think we want to hit the Ragavan, offer the trade with the Obosh. Yeah, I think we want to offer the trade with the Obosh. It's just better that way, I think. All right. We could actually attack with both the Swiftspear and the Obosh. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I think we got him on the ropes here. Maybe this is the final Murktide. Alrighty, nice. Yeah, actually, ironically, who would have thought that Izzet Murktide is kind of weak to burn, or maybe it's just a little soft to Obosh burn, because so far we've been doing pretty good against it. But I don't know. The sample size started off small, but I mean, I don't know if we've ever lost one, to be honest. All right, well, let's see if we can go 4-1. All right, match 5. Well, this might be a little dubious, but let's keep. This is a rebuy, so at least there's that. Playing Shinka could alert them that we have Ragavan, but they might play around a Ragavan that we don't presently have, so there's that. Hammer time. And going down to 2 blast zones could be a little heretical here. Let's see. I think we have to do this, because it might be difficult to fire this off otherwise. Let's see. There was certainly some consideration to going for Stoneforge, but at the end of the day, I think we have to go face or we just have nothing. In fact, I might even go Lightning Bolt and then just fire, fire Islet. Oh, I should have. Dang it, man. No, but I don't want to. Yeah, maybe. At least we can maybe intercept a hammer. Let's see. Well, if they have 2 hammers, we're dead anyway. So I'm still just going for the end of turn. Try to burn them out thingy. Right, let's see. Alright, let's go. Oh. Oh, close but no cigar. They aren't always going to have the combo. They don't always have Cigar to Zaid. If they don't have Cigar to Zaid, then their deck doesn't really do much. Easy swap to Mountains for 2 of that. Definitely we need Pirate Spellbomb for the pro-red creature they're inevitably going to bring in. So probably we can... Yeah, I think I can probably do that. I think I'd like Pillage 2 to deal with Urzasaga. Question is, what to take out? Could try to take out Goblin Guide. Goblin Guide could be a good source of just early pressure. Maybe Ragavan, because Ragavan just gets intercepted too easily. But sometimes Ragavan's just the nuts. Maybe Riftbolt. I like Riftbolt, but maybe Riftbolt. Riftbolt also has a tendency to... I don't know, though. Maybe we don't want Pillage. Maybe we don't. Let me think here. I think we maybe just try to burn out. Yeah, I think Pillage is a little too expensive. Let's just do Riftbolt. Because Riftbolt also, like, it's just really hard to justify taking out burn spells in this matchup. So we are a little soft to Urzasaga, but still could work out. Well, I think we have to keep. All right, let's get our Ragavan out here. Actually, yeah, we can clear the way for Ragavan, so definitely not a good idea to take out Ragavan. Well, they can't take Bonecrusher, which is probably my most powerful one, but they'll definitely take Light. I think I'm going to, yeah, that's cool. I think I'm going to hit this because that might mess with their mana. And then I'll hold up Stomp. This just seems like a good way to go about it. I don't think we need to skewer the critics just. Alright, that was a godsend. Yeah, let's attack, because Ragavan will get destroyed, but then this will die and we'll kill all this stuff, which seems pretty good. Alright. I could play Skewer the Critics, I just don't think we need to do it just yet. As of right now, they cannot activate Akmoth Nexus and attack with it. So I think, for better or for worse, we have to do this. Let's see. Good thing we saved it. Actually, let's hold this back, because it'll lose flying. No, actually, they can just do it after blocks, so. Alright, well, we are going mask down, I guess. I don't know, hands up. If they draw a land, then GG's. Oh, for some reason I miscalculated. I thought, alright. Alright, post-league wrap-up. So, you know, I think Bonecrusher Giant actually might be pretty good. You know, the ability to deal 2 damage should never be underestimated. Sometimes we can help push Ragavan through, even if they deal with it. This is kind of like, in a way, this is sort of like an Eidolon for an Obosh deck. Of course, we can't play Eidolon. Actually, this is kind of like a cross between our Searing Blaze and our... This is kind of like our sort of Searing Blaze, sort of Eidolon. Kind of mushed into one. Because like Eidolon, if they deal with it, typically they have to take 2 damage. Unlike Eidolon, though, sometimes they can just chump this forever or trade with it. But you know, but on the other hand, it'll never Eidolon lock us out, so at least there's that. But yeah, I mean, it seemed pretty good. I don't think the losses were because of this, and in fact, I think it actually gave us a better chance against Hammer Time. It's possible against Mono Blue Tron we would have been able to win if we had more 1-drops, but they just never drew Chalice, and there's definitely we need a bigger sample size because I have a feeling we're going to lose more games to having too many 1-drops against their Chalice of the Void than we're going to lose because we can't just flood the board, I guess, with 1/1s early on. I mean, 1-drops early on, but maybe I'm wrong. I also think that maybe the 2 Blast Zones might be the way to go. Obviously, with all this Hammer Time running around, 4 of these could be warranted, but it's just not really that great in most other matchups as a 4 of. It's pretty decent against Death Shadow too, but I just really, I don't know, this Pirate Spell one maybe was a little bit lackluster, but it's just so ideal, like, for example, against Burn, against, like, a Core Firewalker, because, like, if they don't, and also, like, unlike, I suppose I could play 4 Blast Zones and 2 Kozilek's Returns, but then against, like, the decks with Pro Red, Kozilek's Return doesn't actually go face, so if they don't actually draw the Pro Red creature, then we don't actually have anything to go face with. I don't know, so, I don't know, I feel like this is probably a pretty decent way to go about it. It's not perfect, nothing's perfect, but, I mean, Bonecrusher Giant is nice because it just goes straight face if we need it to, but it also is a source of recurring damage, and quite a bit too, if we can actually get it going. So, yeah, and the sideboard still probably we can run this through and see if this is where we want to be. We can keep, yeah, I mean, I can see this being a very good sideboard. So, all right, I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you all next time.